Salut coders, this is Bisky here. Welcome back to another tutorial. This is our live stream and I want to show you how we can develop a chatbot and you can ask question to the data that we loaded into our database, and we did an ETL process. We extracted our data from the PDF and we saved this data into our vector store database. So I showed you how to do this on our previous tutorial, and now you can able to ask a question. As a user, you can ask question, and we are going to integrate with ChatGPT OpenAI model to answer these questions, and this data are locally stored. And you can see this, we have our embeddings in our PG vector database. So let's get started. If you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new video. And for this series, we are more focusing on artificial intelligence with Spring Framework. So in our project, we want to create a new class, and we can call it AI chatbot. And our chatbot, we want to let's make it a service so that it can be added into version of container. Then here, let's add a required axe constructor. I'm using LaMDA, so instead of writing constructors like this, you can say we can do this private, and I want to use OpenAI client, so I can say OpenAI chat client. So since we are doing this, you can see we didn't auto wire because we want to use constructor dependence injection, and we want to also load data to search this data from our local database. So we need to add a vector store. So we need to auto wire this like with constructor dependence injection. So if I say generate constructor like this, you can see we can auto wire this using constructor dependence injection, but I'm using a required axe constructor. So this one, it's a dirty code. I don't like this, so I can make it private. Final, and the code is much cleaner. If I click this vector store, you can see it's a PG vector store, this one. So we are using a PG vector database, which is a Postgres database extension, to store these embeddings. So we want to ask questions to these embeddings. So what I can do here, I can make a public string chat. So here, this is the message a user will ask to our chatbot and our database. They work together. So I will show you how these things will work together, and this is our message. And we want to return the result that with the correct information about the answer based on your question you asked. So with let's return now. So we ask these questions to this document, and it is a list of diseases, and we can ask questions to this document, and this document is the one that we saved into the database. If you can see, maybe on top of this document, you can see this disease handbook. If I open this document and if I go here, you can see this is the content which has been saved on our first document. But when we are searching this data, we are finding similarity using this vector database. Like, don't worry about embeddings, it's just arrays of numbers. So if you are new to this channel, or if you haven't watched our previous tutorials, you can watch our previous tutorial where we're explaining more about embeddings, so that you'll be understand better with this Spring AI module. It's new, and in this series, I want you to understand everything and think of how you can use it on your business idea. So now we can come back here. So from this, the first thing we want to look for for the question, like the similarity. A user will ask a question, and we want to look those details from the database. So we can do vector store, and we can do a similarity search, and we can pass this message. So if a user, let me do this, and here we can get list of documents. If a user asked something like a question about ask question to our database about how can we spread, how can the spread of this disease be prevented, and this thing, we know that we have saved it into our database, and we'll be able to answer this question using this with the help of the ChatGPT LLM model. So let's continue. So after we have this data, I want to get the content. So if you find these similarities, we will get maybe a list of documents, maybe this row, like the first, maybe the similarity will be maybe this row, or can be this row, and can be this row. So I want to get the content that is inside here. So this content, and I want to do the similarity search from this content, and I want to look for the data, and using our OpenAI. So what I can do here, I can come here, and I can loop this. I want to get the content from this document. So if you go to this document, you can see we have the content, we have the meta, we have the embeddings. So we want to get the content. So we just say stream. From the stream, I want to map this document, this one, get content. So I want to get the content, then I want to collect this, and I want to use joining and system with line separators, so that we can concatenate. Then this one, I can say documents strings. So once you have these document strings, I will show you an example what you have, the result that you are going to have. But right now, let's just print this out. I want to show you this document, and I want to let's copy this, and I want to go to the here, and let's inject this one also. This is our chatbot. So we have auto-wired this one here, chatbot, and here we need to do this. We can say chat. We want to grab this one. Let's grab this. I want to show you something. Let's go to our PDF. I want to just say, I want to copy this question, and you want to see it will return a list of documents. But once we return this list of documents, we want to use a ChatGPT to grab the necessary information. So what I can do after doing this, Yeah, we just print the documents like the similarity search, how this data is going to be, how we are going to get a similar data from this database. So let me run the application. Yeah, you can see after asking this question, you can see there are these like this. You can see these are these things that are similar to the question that we asked. So we want ChatGPT to give us the correct details that are 1, 2, 3, so that all the other information is not necessary. So what we can do now, uh, we want to create like a system, a system message. So we can create let's create a template first. String, I can call it system, like this. So from our template, what we want to instruct this, we want to instruct our application what is supposed to behave. So that's the purpose of this template. So if you go to our documentation, let's open our documentation of prompts. We give like instructions to the system. So you can see this one is an example of the system. So based in our prompts, you are something like this, and you can help people to do this and this and this. So these are the instructions that we are giving. So you can, let's just copy a similar thing like this, and we can customize it here. So what you can do also, you can put these three like this. Yeah. So you are a assistant that helps people to do this and this and this. So let's go to our PDF document, and I can come here and I can copy the introduction. That can help with the disease, and I can copy this. That can help people to find, that can help people like this. That can help people questions about this and this and this. So I can do this about disease for children providers, right? Then we can go here and and we can just look for the introduction that we can put here. I can say the new like this, and I can copy this. This is the information. It's just an instruction that we are giving to our chatbot. So what we can do now, we can say use the information, means we want to use this information from the documents, or I can put this in caps, from the documents section, to provide an accurate answers, but just act like you know more about this, then now we can put this document section here. Here we can say we can put this document section, and we can now put this as a template, and we can just say documents. So these documents are these ones. This is going to be our documents. So we want to replace these documents into here. So we can replace it here. So what we need to do now, we need to create a system, a template. So we just say system prompt template, and I can do this. If you don't know more about this template, you can see this is the system template that you want to do. You can do this, like copy this, and you can come here and you can replace it like this. So in our template here, it's going to be empty. I can put it here. Okay, no problem. I can put it, no, it's not empty. This is the template that we are going to pass here. And from here, let's import the map. And from this map, we want to pass this document. And the document will be this class. So let's now remove this, and I can delete this. So may you please comment here. May you please comment, and I can see your comments. And also like, share, subscribe to our channel. If you are new, may you please subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos. So what we can do now, I'm looking for your comments, guys. I'm looking for your comments and your likes. May you please like this video. So here we get a message. This is our message. So from our message, we will create a list of prompts. So from the prompt, so before I do that, I want to show you here we have a user message. So we want to create also this user message. So the user message is the one that has been provided here. So this one was system message, and this one is a user message. And let's import this. And our user message here, it's going to be the message that has been passed by a user on top here. So what we need to do, we need to pass a list of this prompt. So we have a list of this one, system. So the system, we're going to have these documents that we get from the database, and a question a user has been asked. So what you can do, we just say prompt. This one prompt, make sure it's a new, create a new object, new prompt. And from this prompt, we want to pass a list of messages. So it's a list of, so I just say list of here, and we can pass these messages. We want to pass a system message and also a user message. And we can return this prompt. So from our, now we want now we want the ChatGPT now to look for the correct answer based on the results that we have from our system and the question asked by a user. So we can use this chat client, and from the chat client we can call this method call, and we can pass this prompt. So this prompt, it knows that this is a system, and this is a user. So it will know how to answer this one. So after doing this, we can get this chat response. So from the chat response, we just say chat response. We want to get the result. Then get result dot get output, and we can then get content, and we can get this result. So let's test this now with the integration of our ChatGPT API model. So let's run the application again and see what we are going to have based on the question that we asked. So the question is, how can the spread of this disease be prevented? So, sorry, maybe the answer has been written, but I didn't print the answer here. Let me write, I will just say chat, or I will just say, I will say response, and I can run it again. So I'm looking to your comments, guys. Like, share the video. Yeah, as you can see now, this is the response that we get based on the question that we asked. So we asked about how can the spread of this disease can be prevented. And you can see based on the response that we are seeing here, we have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Ensure children in daycare immunize appropriately. It is recommended that all adults working in childcare setting, including volunteers, should have a proof of immunization. And this was the third one. So in the event of documented case of the measles or this, you can see it is important to notify the new Hampshire Division Public Service. So now let's look into our document. Is this the correct answer? This point number 1, 2, 3. Let's go to our document. So let's go to our document, and we can go to the question that we picked. So how can the spread of this disease can be prevented? And you can see the ChatGPT have managed to read this data from this document, but we persisted this document into our database. You can see here, this is the first answer that we got, and this is the second answer that we got. Recommendation of adults in childcare, including volunteers, should have proof of immunization. And also you can see if a documented case measles, you can see must notify this, and these answers are the same as they are. So we have managed to integrate with ChatGPT and also with our local our data to ask you question. So you can think of an ideas whereby you can ask a question to the PDFs and you can get the answers. Users can ask any questions about the documents of your system, documents of your company, and it will work. So let's ask another question here. Let's ask another question. Let's scroll down. So let's copy this one. When children should be excluded or dismissed from childcare settings. So let's copy this one, and our chat will be able to answer this question. So we can do this. I can do this. Let's run, and we can wait for the result. Let's wait for the response here. You can see this is the second question that we asked to our AI model, and we got this response. And this data is coming from this embeddings. You can see it's coming from these embeddings, and we are getting the correct answer. Let's see if you are getting the correct. I trust ChatGPT. This model is something else. Let's see. Um, Based on our question, when children should be excluded or dismissed from childcare settings. So we can see here we have fever, oral temperature, we have vomiting illness, we have rash with fever or behavior change. So let's go to our document to see if we are going to see these points. So we can go to our document, our PDF. You can see we have this one, temperature, oral temperature. We have this uh, vomiting illness, we have rash with fever for behavior change. So it's summarized some of the things which are necessary for this one. You can see rash, vomiting illness, and these are the answers, and it shows that these answers are correct after we asked it questions about this, and it's not picking uh, everything that like it's not going off topic, and its answers correctly. So let's create our API now, a REST API, because right now I'm just running this one. So let's try to implement into our API. So in our API, we can create, we have this one which is a chat, but I don't want to use this one. I can create another method that I can call, let me create another method that I can call this one. I can call a PDF chat, or I can say vector chat. I don't know what I can call it. Tell me in the comment section, what do I call this method? It's one of the things that developers are struggling to do, and they are developing. So most probably we use the from the business analyst team. Usually they guide us with the documentation, so you can create a method knowing what's really happening. Tell me guys in the comment section. So right now I'll just say a document chat. Here I'll just say chat. I can call this method document chat. This is the name of my method, and it's going to be a post, and I'll post a question. It's going to be a simple one. I don't want to complicate things here. I'm not doing. Then here I can my AI, it's AI chatbot. From then I will call this AI chatbot, and I can call this chat. So I will ask any question and I get the response into my postman. So let me restart this, and I want to look in our application YAML. It's called Spring AI. So I can copy this. This is the AI. Here it was question, and I said document chat. So from this document chat, I will go and copy the question that I was using previously, and I just want to copy this one. And I will send this one to the API, and I'm getting 400. Let's see what's really the problem is. Let's look to our API, and here it's a question and document chat. So I think I sent a wrong. Here I made a mistake. Here it's supposed to be a question. I'll just say question, and here the name of the path is document chat, and I'll send a request. So now let's wait to get a response from our application. So you can see we got the answer, point number 1 to point number 5, as I showed you, like diarrhea illness, rash, vomiting illness, signs of possible such as this one, and if child temperature is oral temperature. And based on what you have, I showed you these 5 points have been explained, and it uses artificial intelligence to describe all these things. All these 5 have been explained, and as you can see, the answer is not as it is in the document, but it has been changed and to make it simple so that any user would understand. Let's pick another one from our document. We can pick another question. When should you, let's go here. We want to ask a question about child abuse. So we want to ask this thing to summarize about child abuse. Summarize about child abuse. And we can send this. Let's wait for a response. Is a serious issue of NH division for children, youth. So this, you can see this thing has been summarized based on what we have in our document. And the name that are being shown here are in the document. So everything that was mentioned about child abuse has been summarized here. So it's summarized. You can see if we suspect child NH state has been summarized here. So let's look for a question. Let's look for a question. We want to look for a question, pets in children facilities. And I can come here and let's ask this question. I don't want it to summarize, maybe. Oh, sorry. I just copied. I will paste this one and I'll send this one. Let's wait to get the answer. You can see when it comes to having pets in child facilities, you can see we have this one, these points from 1 to 7 from our document. Let's see how many points do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here it generated 7. Should always properly supervised areas should be designated for animals. And as you can see, these are the, you see, if designated area for animals. You can see it has summarized anything, and the point number 7 was the contact information for concerning about pets. So that's the point number 7, which is here. For any concern about pets childcare facility, please contact with these phone numbers that you are seeing here. You can see with the correct phone numbers. So this is how you can integrate your application with ChatGPT. You can ask you questions, you can do whatever you think of with this knowledge. This data has been stored into a vector store database, and we didn't hard code anything, and you can ask questions. You have learned about using these prompts. You have learned about using prompt templates, system roles and user roles, how these are differentiated from each other. On the previous video tutorial, you learned how to save this data into your database as an embeddings. And in this one, we are focusing on asking questions. So if you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever you upload new video. Salut coders, I'm signing out.